The culture war in these United States is on and escalating. Exhibit A, Vice President J.D. Vance speaking at CPAC.
The cultural message, and I think the president's and mine is the exact opposite, but our cultural message is, I think that it wants to turn everybody, into, whether male or female, into androgynous idiots who think the same, talk the same, and act the same. We actually think God made male and female for a purpose, and we want you guys to thrive as young men and as young women, and we're going to help with our public policy to make it possible to do that.
Panel, the counteroffensive against everything perceived as woke or DEI is underway. A pendulum swing, so to speak, which gained considerable traction during the campaign. My question, how much of this purge is too much, Charles?
I mean, listen, I think the question, 15 years ago, that probably wouldn't have been as big of a deal, and I don't think it's that big of a deal now that he said that. I think what is happening, what we're seeing is this pushback against the left attempt to still control language. What we've seen over in recent years is this push from the left to cancel people or to shame them from saying certain things, and that's their way to control language and then control policy outcomes, control politics, and everything else. And so the right is now pushing back against that, and I think you're going to see shocking and hear shocking things because people are fed up with it, and I think that is a big part of this most recent election that came out, is people frustrated with the world that the left has tried to create and tried to keep them in and disallowing them from saying or believing things that they do.
All right, jump in here, Chow.
Well, disrespectful discord. This is so disrespectful. I tell my kids all the time, we don't name call, we don't call. Idiot is a bad word in our household, right? And we have our leaders, our vice president using words like this. I would just suggest, he has kids, maybe you have grandkids, maybe you have extended family. What if this happened to his family, right? What if one of his kids turns out to be, searching for their gender identity, transgender? These are things that are real people's lives, and it's very hurtful, and it creates more discord and distance between the parties. Not respectful.
I'm not hearing that there's anything trying to outlaw transgender or anything like that, but it probably is a pushback.
Oh, there's no question it was a pushback. And look, I don't think Trump and Vance would have won but for the social issues. I think they were really important. Men and women's sports, a huge issue. Democrats ignored it, thought it was no big deal. They pushed it, and the public said no. So I think what Vance said is spot on. I think that's how things are. We're not saying that we should take transgender people and put them in jail or lock them up or do whatever. But, part of what's so sinister, what happened under the Biden administration, was the attempt to teach our children, and especially our young children, that some of these behaviors are normal and you should be that. Well, one of my beliefs is that people who become transgender, there's a small percentage that maybe were born that way, but the bigger percentage of those who were recruited into this cult.
Professional educator. Go.
Yeah, I think we should expand. I don't think we have to qualify androgynous idiots. We should be against idiots in general having positions of power. So I don't want to be restrictive there. I think the additional thing is what we should be doing is like the left should be listening to, why is this reverberating with so many people who are independents or former Democrats? And I think the thing is, it's a pushback against what they felt was an overplay, and we can go the other way, perhaps.
All right. We can talk more about it in overtime, too. Still to come, regrouping for the political battles to come. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries talks new Democratic priorities, and they may just surprise you.